Well, hello, and a long, warm welcome to everyone around the world. We got ourselves an opponent from Belgium, Exam Power, and we're gonna power through here. I've been wondering recently about what is the meaning of life, and what is the meaning of playing chess in life. And I have a theory that it's all about expression, free expression of your essence on the chessboard. A lot of people express themselves in their art. Chess players express themselves in their chess. It's the same thing. Of course, you have to learn a lot of things, a lot of theory, and all that bullshit. But once you've done the hard grind, then an opportunity emerges to express yourself. And that's what we're going to try and do today. We want to play freely, we want to play with excellence and precision. We have the typical Grunfeld big center, and I think this opening has worked out well for me, but now comes the critical phase where you have to think, what is our plan if he does this or if he does that? Castling is the next move on the cards for him. Where do I want to develop the bishop? Do I want to trade it off for that knight? He's likely to bring the knight here later on. I don't know. I'm really not sure, but I'm gonna hold on to this pawn so that I can more easily execute this idea should his knight come here. It also makes it a bit harder for him to push this one ahead. Not that I would really mind, because I would probably close it up anyway. Now, this is an obvious attempt to play a pawn break, so let's just stimmy that quickly and not think about it too much. And we have a follow-up move here, which we can probably play. I was tempted to maybe go rook here already, but let's settle for this for now. See if he wants to play dynamically. Could end up in a lot of trouble if he tries that. And if he goes passively, okay, so he went dynamic. He went dynamic. There are possibilities for him, but we also have a very active rook, and we should probably take advantage of that. That's more pressing for now. Run riot on the 7th rank. What's his next agenda? His next agenda is here, and this check will be annoying whenever it comes through. So let's take that off the cards. Let's take it off the table and instead develop a passed pawn advantage. We're also threatening to capture another pawn here, so he's going to have to divert resources in that regard. And we can continue to push this up and push this one up to, yeah, it's okay. We'll let him hold on to this. We'll let him hold on to it. It's fine. The passed pawn is the real Zinga Malinga here, and everybody knows that. Let's hmm, let's move up in life. Get the rook in here, get the rook in there, execute pressure on the 7th. Oof. Creating pressure here, but even if he captured the king, the rook's got everything under control, so we can continue on with our general plan. Just see what he has to do. We don't have to do anything too clever. We're not that clever anyway. So, okay. Here it's tempting to kill with the king or the bishop. Maybe king. We don't really mind a check that much. This bind on this piece is just too strong, yeah. People should know when they're conquered, and this gentleman certainly knows it, so hats off to you for that. Um, let's look at that 88%. Oh my goodness, what a performance. 2500. Man, Neiman. Neiman, I'm coming for you, bro. All right. So Grunfeld opening, and I recommend you all play the Carlson line, which is what I'm playing here, indicated by this Orion's Belt trifecta. And this is an interesting book move. There's also the possibility to take it directly with the king. This is fine because if he takes here, then of course rook can take this and win the other rook. I'm not win the rook, but yeah. So it coaxed an error. It coaxed an error and another error after that. And you see white's moves are coming with a lot of tempo. But here I didn't play the optimal follow-up. Knight here is seemingly better because, well, I'm not sure I fully understood that, but that was okay. It's to win this pawn eventually. To win this pawn eventually. Wow, it's a hell of a combination. Hell of a combination. But anyway, what I did was a bit more primitive, and it doesn't lead to winning that b pawn, but leads to perhaps an easier game to manage objectively as a human. Oh, deep lines, deep lines here. Okay, so black is missing the key move here apparently, which is bishop here and then here. Too. It's an interesting idea for black, but so now he went on the hunt, and I didn't play optimally here. Computer thinks I should already start honing in on that, but yeah. Now this was a simplification move. It's probably never optimal to trade the bishop pair for a knight, especially on an open position like a Grunfeld position. However, considering that I would develop a passed pawn, I was confident in this move. But it seems like this was actually not optimal. Why? Because the pressure on this pawn might start to build up, and once we push up here, he can push up again, and then it starts to get a little bit harder to hold on, I suppose. I suppose that's what computer is trying to say. But instead we got this really solid position, and we didn't have to do anything too fancy. So yeah, maybe we can just have a deeper look at that situation right here and analyze. Had I done the computer move, what does he see as next outcomes? Also a decent setup with a advanced passed pawn, but not always easy to hold on to these lone pawns. So it's often not the easiest position to play. I want to analyze this a bit more closely here. So let's say rook comes fe8, capture, capture, and e5. And then after f6, bishop c3, what does he do next? Oh, rook c8. Rook c8, king d2. Then bishop h6. And now we get into a slightly messy combination here because you've got to take this and, well, I guess he could probably capture it already, but computer is recommending rook c5. And then you hold on to g3 and you lose the central pawn, but then you have this other advanced pawn. So an interesting combination, but also pretty good for white. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that Grunfeld game. Thank you very much.